Good evening. In the previous lecture series, we have discussed about the various different components of thermal power plant, such as pulverizers, draft, etc. Now we are going to discuss about the stokers, mechanical stokers. What is mechanical stoker? It is power operated fuel feed mechanism that uses grate for feeding solid fluids into the furnace. There are about different types of mechanicals. Some of them are overfeed stokers, underfeed stokers. Overfeed stokers is differentiated into two types. First one is the traveling grate stokers. The next one is the spreader stoker. Underfeed stokers is differentiated divided into, there are two types: single retard stoker, multi-retard stokers. What is the principle behind overfeed stoker? It reduces the coal on its top surface and is characterized by the following 5 zones from top to the bottom. First is the fresh coal zone, the layer of fresh or green coal. The next second zone is the drying zone, the layer of coal losing the moisture. Third is the distillation zone, the coking layer of coal losing its volatile content. Fourth zone is the combustion zone, the layer of incandescent coal where the fixed carbon is consumed. Last one is the ash zone, the layer of ash progressively getting cooler. There are about 5 types: fresh coal zone, drying zone, distillation zone, combustion zone, and then is the final one is the ash zone. This is the 2D diagram of the overfeed mechanism. First one is the flame zone. Second one is the flame. First zone is the green coal or fresh coal zone, as it is shown in the figure. Second one is the drying zone. This area is the drying zone. Third zone is the distillation zone, and this is the combustion zone where the combustion process takes place. And the final part is the ash, which is carried out with the help of the grate. The primary air enters here and the secondary air enters here. The flame particles take place. These are all some of the parts of overfeed mechanism. Pressurized air, it is bathed with the help of a FD, forced dot, that is fitted in the bottom of the grate. Heated by absorbing heat from the ash and the grate. Ash and grates are cooled. Hot air and incandescent coke. Oxygen reacts with the carbon and then forms carbon dioxide. It leads to the hot gases. The next zone is the distillation zone. Volatile matter is added. Finally comes out. Overfeed stoker is classified into traveling grate stoker and the spreader stoker. This is the traveling grate stoker. This coal hopper, front sprocket wheel, primary air ports, chain grate, as it is in case of conveyor. This is a furnace. This is a boiler, ash content, exhaust to the chimney. The coal, with the help of the hopper, the coal is poured in the hopper, and this is the adjustable gate. The coal particles enters and it is carried into the boiler with the help of the conveyors or chain grate. From there, it enters into the boiler content and the ash particles exhausted into this area. Advantages are: it is simple in construction, maintenance cost is low, initial cost is low, self-cleaning stoker, heat release rate can be controlled just by controlling the speed of the chain, as crushers are not required. Limitations are: some loss of coal in the form of fine particles carried along with the ashes. Temperature of preheated air is limited to 180 degrees Celsius, not suitable for high capacity boiler. Clinker trouble are very common. Next one is the spreader stoker. Here the coal from the hopper is made to pass into the feeder. Here the coal is crushed and it is carried into the greater surface with the help of the spreader. As the coal particles make to pass through the spreader spreads the coal to the different areas with the help of a feeder mechanism. The advantages are: wide variety of coal can be burnt easily. It can respond quickly with the load changes as it has a small depth of furnace bed on grade. Operation cost is low. Use of high temperature preheated air is possible. Clinkering difficulties are reduced. Disadvantages: work satisfaction with 40 mm or small size of cone can only be crushed. Fly ash is more, dust collector is needed. Next one is the under feeder strokes. This we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.